When animals get hungry, they don't just quietly wait for their food to appear. They often express their hunger in some of the most hilarious and unexpected ways. From dogs performing acrobatic stunts to cats launching stealthy food heists, animals can have some pretty amusing reactions when they're craving a meal. Here are the top 10 most hilarious things animals do when they're hungry, showing that their appetites can lead to some truly entertaining moments. 1. Begging relentlessly. One of the most common and hilarious behaviors animals display when they're hungry is relentless begging. Dogs, in particular, can be experts at this. Whether they're sitting by your feet, staring up at you with those big puppy eyes, or making little whimpering sounds, they will do whatever it takes to get your attention. Cats can also join in by rubbing against your legs or giving you an innocent look that's hard to resist. 2. Stealing food. When hunger strikes, some animals go into food thief mode. Cats are notorious for helping themselves to snacks left unattended on counters, while dogs may sneakily snatch food from plates left out of sight. These hungry critters are incredibly resourceful and can get pretty creative when trying to grab a bite. The guilty look on their faces when caught is priceless. 3. Turning on the charm. Some animals, especially dogs, are experts at turning on the charm when they're hungry. They might perform adorable tricks, wag their tails like crazy, or even do little spins in front of you to get your attention. These efforts are their way of saying, "Look how cute I am, now feed me." Their attempts are so endearing, it can be hard to resist giving them a treat. 4. Throwing food tantrums. Some animals, particularly cats, can become quite dramatic when they're hungry. If their food bowl is empty or they're not served fast enough, they might engage in what can only be described as a food tantrum. This could involve knocking things off tables, meowing excessively, or pacing in front of their food dish. It's a funny and often noisy way for animals to express their dissatisfaction when hunger sets in. 5. Acting like they've never been fed. When an animal is hungry, it might act like it's never been fed before. Even if they just ate, some dogs and cats will act as though they're starved and desperately in need of more food. They might stare at their empty bowls as if they're hoping it will magically refill or whine loudly to get your attention. It's always funny to see how they react, especially when it's only been a few hours since their last meal. 6. Pawing at their food dish. A hungry animal might take matters into its own paws, literally. Cats and dogs are known for pawing at their food dishes when they're hungry, either in frustration or to get your attention. This behavior often happens when they've already eaten, but they want more. It's as if they believe pawing at the bowl will magically get the food to appear. 7. Acting overly dramatic. Some animals take their hunger to a dramatic level. Dogs might dramatically slump onto the floor, groaning and sighing as if they haven't been fed in days. Cats may give you a pitiful stare or make an exaggerated yowl to show just how desperately they need food. Their over-the-top reactions are funny and always seem to draw a smile. 8. Following you around. When hungry, animals become persistent and won't let you forget about their needs. Dogs and cats may follow you around the house, sitting or standing close by in hopes of getting food. Their non-stop presence can feel like a constant reminder of their hunger, and it's hard to ignore their pleading eyes. 9. Jumping up for food. Dogs are often eager to show off their acrobatic abilities when hunger kicks in. They might jump, spin, or even attempt to do tricks to get a treat. This behavior is especially common in puppies who have boundless energy and think that performing will make them a more appealing candidate for a snack. Sometimes, an animal doesn't need to make a sound to communicate its hunger, it just gives you the look. This is particularly true for cats, who can stare at you in a way that says, "Feed me now," with an intensity that is both hilarious and demanding. Dogs, too, have perfected the art of the sad, hungry gaze, which is often irresistible to their owners. Animals can be incredibly creative in how they express their hunger. Whether it's begging, stealing food, or throwing tantrums, their behaviors can be both hilarious and heartwarming. Their attempts to get food often show just how much they love eating, and it's hard not to laugh at their antics, especially when they're so determined to get that extra treat.